Shalom everyone, I hope that you are doing fantastic. Thanks for joining for just kind of a reading. I just like sharing things with you all. So if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Shannon. My channel can probably be a little bit different than what you're used to. And if you just stick around, you'll just learn me as we go. I really want to kind of get into what is on my table here. So if you're returning, welcome back, guys. Happy birthday to anyone. Happy anniversary. I hope it's fantastic or will be fantastic whenever it is you're catching this video. Today is the Shabbat. Again, I don't know when you're catching this video, but I've just been spending some time with the Great One. If you are new, I keep all 10 of the commandments. I love Jehovah Elohim with all my heart, with all my strength, with all my soul. And I love my neighbor as myself, as we are told to do so. I love the HaMashiach, which is Yeshua. And he came in the flesh and walked among us, and I'm not ashamed of him at all. He is the Son of the living Elohim, and I profess him. And outside of Jehovah, there is no Yeshua. Jehovah is Yeshua, which is salvation, and what we're told in the book of Isaiah. And Jehovah is tangible here on this channel, and I just give him all praise, glory, and honor, and he runs these gates, and I just am a conduit for him to bring out whatever he wants. And he speaks so very profoundly here. But I was, anyways, if you stay, and welcome. If you've got to go, then I guess you got to go. I was compelled to, come to my table here and just to connect with Jehovah, and he began to bring some stuff out, and somebody's died. I did a reading earlier today, and I didn't upload the initial reading, but I told about it on a couple of the videos that I did upload. But I had the twisted rope came out, and I also had I had like weapons coming out, but I had a twisted rope that came out. And today for the Shabbat, the Hierophant was our reading, and I wrote a little something in the description box and on the community section, because when I went back to watch it, I also incorporated the letter Hhet, because the Hey is an H. And many of you all know that I use phonics and stuff like that, and for whatever reason why it came out of my spirit, it did. And so the letter Chet is a doorway, and it can also have a meaning of passing from one space to the next, and it can also have a meaning of a string or something like that as well. I'm gonna put the phone down, just get into what came out on my table, and we'll just talk about this. Last night I began to do some readings, and we were seeing defeat and victory, and I seen it on another reading that I did, that I upload. Actually, it's come out on 2 videos today. Eventually you'll be able to watch the other video. It's just been taking hours and hours to upload, but it's actually come out twice today that there was a defeat. That old Jezebel type of card, that 5 swords, just really wouldn't be showing itself today. But anyway, I sit down, and government came out. It just flew out. And in the process of pulling some other cards here, some word cards, I also had Congress come out. Jehovah is so profound to me when he begins to speak. We've seen the little miser guy as well, the little 4 pentacles, somebody being real greedy and stuff like that. And I had the card that is in the Hebrew, it means to commit or to unite or to deliver, but it's spelled MSR for a miser. I'll get into this little pile here because Jehovah confirmed some things. I got several cards here that have confirmed each other in same type energy coming out here. I have pulled a card in the bereavement, grievous loss, death of a close relative or a friend came out. And I had another card that jumped out that was stating that whoso digs a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolls a stone, it shall return upon him. There's reaping and sowing stuff out here. All right. We also had, or I also had another card that came out that said, let us hear the whole matter. Fear Elohim and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For Elohim shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. And somebody went out into eternity. I had energies today, a card that came out that Jehovah brought a commandment today about honoring your mother and your father, and when we do that, we're promised long life. Okay, the Hierophant, as I began to speak to y'all just a minute ago, the Hierophant came out. That goes back to the second house, and that energy, when I read for it, as I've spoken over and over on many videos since I've read for the cardinal fixed and mutable sign readings, in the fixed sign, that energy had lies on lies within that. And that goes back to, you know, society and spiritual mentors, teachers, our morals, our ethics, and hospital and stuff like that can go back to that. And it goes back to our throat area. And today, like I was saying, I had on another video, I was having weapons coming out. I had the Ngus come out in their runes, which it looks like 2 X's, but it's the G and the N, which make a phonics of a gun. And then the sword was there, and I had spoken on that original video how this morning Jehovah had brought that beware, here comes the sword. And I think I mentioned it on a video that I did upload. And then we had the twisted rope, or I had the twisted rope come out on that video. Jehovah brought out, when I began to take this other homemade deck that I have, he brought out the breath, which is 2 H's, okay, which is 2 H's together that make the word breath, or existence, or a heavy breath, or a woe, or someone looking at some great sight, in which is what the hay represents for us, as I was discussing this morning. But like I said, I also, you know, brought out it just came on my spirit, the other H in the deck would be the Hhet, okay, and I always just bring it out. And it jumped out. It jumped out with this breath card here. Okay. Also, the measuring cord came out. And on another video that I did upload, I think it was on a video that I uploaded. If not, I guess it was on the one that didn't get. But wait, we had your sibling was involved, and there was a cord there, and no more chokes came out. So there's something to do with somebody's breath and somebody being choked and stuff like that, okay? I also pulled and got a binding rope. So ropes are here. Rope, the binding cord. We got the string here, somebody's breath. And then a scripture came out, and what King Solomon teaches us to not let mercy and truth forsake us and bind them around our neck. It was very profound what you was bringing out here, as always. But bind them around thy neck and write them upon the table of thine heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Very profound to me. And then we had ceasing here. So we definitely are, and again, the Chet can go back to death energies as well. New births, new beginnings, like a resurrection type of a card when it comes out. But, and you know, it's the 8, and that takes you back to death as well. And on the other reading that I did not upload, and I spoke about it, we had the Temperance card, which is, it has a meaning, it's the letter Nun, it has a meaning of eternity. And then the death card itself was there, and that's death. So obviously something with the cord is here, and something with somebody's breath and binding something is definitely here in what Jehovah brought out. Somebody dug a ditch or a pit and rolled some type of a stone away, and it came back up on them apparently. And whatever the government is, the government had also come out today on one of those readings that I did do today. But I thought it was profound that I also grabbed a card, and Congress was there as well. Something about a dedication energy is here, okay? I also picked a matter of the heart, and on the other side said, please forgive me, okay? And somebody got roped into something, and they just literally, gotten to a place that they didn't know what to do in some type of situation, I guess. I'm not real sure exactly. But somebody out here has asked for forgiveness. I just, in my heart, I just began to grieve. And, you know, I just said out loud, I forgive you. It grieves me that anybody has to go through any of this stupidness. It really does. Jehovah brought out that he was going to return everything that was stolen. Jehovah says that everything stolen will be returned to you, he stated. And then I picked another card, and Jehovah says that they're going to return what's yours. So let every word be established in 2 or 3 witnesses here. Okay, we know somebody had inheritance, and so things that are connected to this death and the cord and things that went down within that, and somebody holding on like a miser within the stupidness. Somebody brought a touch straight from Elohim within this situation here, and so it brought some type of a plague. But Jehovah's saying that he's going to heal something, even though it got really, really bad. He's gonna heal something. Also, what came out was they stole your work and they called it their own, and it's going to be, you know, that Jehovah's seen it. There will be justice for this. Okay, there will. And Jehovah says here to let go of something now. Well, the miser is somebody who holds on to something. That came out. We also had a bank teller. So we have money situations that are out here, and money came out, money that is involved, many issues are involved in the situation. Amazing that the bank teller came out, and then the deception and the trap and the loan energy also, just to bring in the energy of what's went down within this whole death ordeal and inheritance, and what somebody did that brought a strike straight from Elohim. I asked Jehovah to reveal to me this. I mean, obviously our siblings are involved. We you know, just on a wide scale, just any given person that this energy is coming out for, why it was coming out so profoundly. Jehovah, I asked him who this was, and obviously he reminded me, you know, your family is your enemies and stuff like that. But somebody specifically connected to education, a school, and a teacher came out in the original reading that I did not upload today specifically. There was a teacher there. We also have a student involvement, and a college is also here. We know we got children that have been hidden where death matters were concerned. Candy was on the other side of that as well. So whatever that means, maybe somebody's name is Candy, or just whatever that means. It's just on the other side of that card. Jehovah's going to send a friend, because he stated that he's going to heal this thing that got really bad. But I thought it was very profound how Jehovah was bringing double stuff out here. And, you know, education, school, teacher, college, and a student is here, and somebody that you went to school with is here in this information. So again, money situations and gifts and honoring is also a word that came out, and Jehovah brought out, you know, to honor your mother and your father, and somebody didn't. Somebody's done something, brought a strike straight from Elohim, and whatever's going down, or whatever did go down within some situation, and government is involved in some stuff. It's here. Somebody who likes to hunt and fish had also come out in this reading. And on the other side of this, they stole your work and called it their own, but they're caught type of energy. It says, no matter what, I will love you and care for you. Somebody within the connection is a friend. Okay, Jehovah's sending a friend within whatever's went down within all this stuff, and he's going to heal something that got really, really bad. I took a rune, and the rune that came out was the eye, and it is the Isa, and it represents ice, death. Take you back to that energy. It means to reflect or to be calm. But this rune goes back to some type of a victory. We've been seeing defeat and victory. Okay. It represents a victory over obstacles. Well, there's been big obstacles out here, and we've been seeing weapons and all kinds of stuff for the last couple of videos that I've done come out on the channel, man. It really has just been real big stuff that's come out. But this goes back to somebody who's had vices, and but it is victory over those vices and expectations that are going to be controlled. This like a resistance type of an energy that's here. The tower came out today, and it is the letter Ein, which is the eyeball. And so, you know, it's still coming out, seeing things. And I did a reading yesterday, those of you who caught it, where eyes came out. And it was, and you know, that Hierophant energy was there. Somebody who had vices on them and has caused some type of really bad strike from Elohim has brought, there's something out here. At the bottom of the deck, a scripture is here, and I'll just end it with this scripture. Hopefully I can see it because I don't have my glasses. Let me go grab my glasses real quick. You know, since we've been getting a lot of weapons and stuff coming out in the phonics, and you know, the gun and the rope and all that kind of stuff, we really are people in a real evil time, and we know that, especially if you watch my channel. It's critical that you and I do what King Solomon teaches us here, and to keep the commandment. We're told that we keep the commandment, no evil thing will come near us. It's safety here. When we keep the commandments, we won't violate one another. We'll love Jehovah, okay? So again, he says, let us hear the whole matter, whatever your matter is in the earth, man. If you don't fear Elohim and keep his commandments and do this as your duty, you're screwed. You're screwed, because death comes, you just go down the other road of death, because this is life to us. Then you begin to get into certain type of works, and that is going to come to an end eventually, and everything in secret is going to come to the light, and everything that you and I do is going to be judged, whether it was good or evil. And so if we aren't dressed in our armor and put on the whole armor of Elohim, we're screwed. It says, put on the whole armor of Elohim that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers and rulers of darkness of this world, spiritual wickedness in high places. So take unto you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day. We know that we're in the evil day. We've got people who's got vices on them. This evilness here. The evil eye, stupidness. When we got our armor on, and we keep that on, we will be able to withstand in this evil day. Having done all, we just stand there in our faith. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and your breastplate with righteousness, your feet shod with the gospel, which is good news. This good news, I got something for you. If you will listen to this, this is good news. This makes you live, not die. The good news of peace. Above all, take the shield of faith to quench every fiery dart of the wicked enemy, and the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Elohim, and praying always and watching. And that's why I do this work on this channel. Jehovah has called me to do this work so that we can instruct many to get on the path that leads to life and not death. And some people just went down the wrong path, people, and it's a real shame. So, you know, we got people out of our own household that went down the wrong way, and it just grieved. When I seen this, please forgive me, it just grieved me. It grieved me. Don't care if they become my enemy or not, still it grieves me. We're told that the angels rejoice when even just one soul is converted to Elohim. That's huge, because there's not enough money that can purchase our soul, guys. There's nothing that our soul is precious. It's more precious than this material world. And people literally just they went down an evil way, and the love of money will destroy you. You know, the getting of treasures by a lying tongue is vanity, and it's tossed to and fro. And the scripture says it's tossed to and fro of those who seek death, is what the scripture says. It doesn't pay off. I just wanted to share this because I thought it was very profound. Anyway, until next time, shalom.